Gotta get back to the past. Samurai Jack. Oh man, Samurai Jack is back. Or should we say back to the future? And boy, did he come back with a vengeance after 13 years. That's right, 13 years, because the last episode was in 2004. And when I say that this episode was a masterpiece, that is an understatement. I can't really think of another word to describe this return episode for Samurai Jack Season 5. I'll just go ahead and say at the top of the video, it was a 10 out of 10. But let's get down to why it was so great. First and foremost, the 11 p.m. time slot being on Adult Swim. That allows us to see a Jack that we've never seen before, a more mature Jack, a more adult Jack, because the series always had a style and an edge to it, but now being at 11 p.m. we get to up that maturity level a little bit, and I love that Genndy decided to make this step along with Cartoon Network and pick up where we left off, because they could have easily did like they did with Powerpuff Girls or Teen Titans Go, with trying to reinvent the series or reboot the series or try to retool it to, you know, the modern standards. They didn't do that. This is essentially like watching episode 53 of the series, which it is. It's episode 53. It's like a continuation, picking up back where we left off from the series before. But the thing that I really need to point out about this that I absolutely love is that the series, much like its viewers, has matured. You know, 13 years ago, kids are now adults. Adults are now parents or older adults. And just like how we have matured and grown with the times, so has this series, seeing a more grizzled Jack, seeing Jack with a beard. You know, he has armor now. He doesn't have a white kimono. In fact, he doesn't even have his sword anymore because he lost that some time ago. And that is all taking a toll on Jack as a character, as he's definitely going through some rough times. And with this more dark and mature type of element to it, they're not always going to be robots out there. We see a very big aspect in this series with the Doors of Aku that, before it was okay because he was just slashing aliens, robots. Now you're going to have a human aspect to it. And by being on Adult Swim, they're able to cut loose. But it still has that shine and charm and that style to it. That comedic factor that still makes it Samurai Jack, as we see in the episode with the villain, with that Pied Piper guy. You know, like while he's talking, he's like, yeah, Jackie, baby, how's it going? You know, hey, where's your sword? Pull it out, baby. So, you know, that comedy, that flair is still there. But overall, we're going to have a more mature series. And I cannot commend that enough. Props to Genndy and Cartoon Network for allowing this series to mature and using that later time slot to really flex the muscle of what this series can do. It's going to be dark, but it's still going to be the Jack we know and love. And this is the final season. This is going to be Jack's last hurrah. So I can already tell he's going to go out with a bang. So as far as where we are in the story, 50 years has passed and Aku's taken over the past, present, and future. Yet Jack has not aged, and again, I say he has this suit of armor and he doesn't have a sword anymore, but what he does have is he's going around collecting the weapons of everybody, robot or Aku assassin that he defeats. Like when he defeated the Pied Piper assassin in this episode, who had like the little pitchfork weapon that could make weapons explode. Once Jack wrecked him, he took that. He got like this spear now with a electricity on the side. He was wrecking robots. He got this badass motorcycle. He got a gun now. It's a completely different Jack that we've seen throughout the years, and that's because this world is taking a toll on him, and without having his weapon, he has to defend himself somehow. He's even down to the point where he is not like even eating. He's just like eating rats and living off the world, and he's kind of like in a Mad Max type of sense where he goes and he helps people in need and go ahead about his business. But something happened where this Jack has lost his resolve of who he is, and it kind of feels like he just wants to die. I mean, they really did take this to like a berserk level, and that leads to the biggest thing to point out from this episode. We have a Jack that's dealing with PTSD. I mean, he was straight up having visions, nightmares, seeing ghosts of the past, seeing his mother, seeing his father, seeing all the people from his village, you know, haunting him in his dreams, and when he's walking around in the middle of battles, you know, he's freaking out, saying, no, it's not my fault, I'm sorry, because he's seeing these visions that it's been 50 years, he has not got back home. And these visions, these ghosts, sometimes even corpses are saying, you failed us, you forgot your mission, why haven't you come back, why Jack, why? And it's driving him mad, it's driving him crazy. And think of 50 years that went by, and who knows how long he's been dealing with these demons. It just brings a new dynamic to Jack. He was always stoic, he was always quiet. The series itself always had kind of that silenceness to it, and he will talk every now and then, but now we have a tortured Jack. again, you have to commend the series maturing with us. I mean, this is an adult Jack in every sense of the word, and to the point where he's dealing with problems of failure. And one thing that was big at the end, where he was saying he was trying to get his resolve back, he was saying these are just robots, these are just robots. Well, he was cutting through things. How is he going to deal with this now with these villains, the Daughters of Aku, actually being human? Let's get to those too, because they were a very, very big part of this episode. I mean, straight up again, using that adult time slot to show 7 kids being born. I mean, straight up Aku shooting up in a club, making kids out here. And they are bred from birth to kill Jack. And these kids, they were beaten to a pulp physically, mentally, and everything that you can name. I mean, this is just a straight up Hawk beating a kid to a pulp for trying to have a little bit of humanity, for looking outside at the sun and seeing the nice flowers out there, and this overseer who over these kids are like, you see that outside? That's all going to be gone if you don't destroy the samurai. So it is your mission. And you know, it's to the point where they're about to fall off the cliff and they're stepping on their hands saying, do you want to live? They're shooting bow and arrows, people getting stabbed in the eye. I mean, the maturity level was up there. The fighting is still great. It's even better now because they have that style. They got better animation and things that they had back in the 2000s, early 2000s. Man, this series is so great, and it's good to see that. And it's good to see another dynamic as well. So we might get like a Devil May Cry character. I can't remember her name right now. I'll have to watch the episode again, but definitely one of the Daughters of Aku. She's going to defect. She's going to defect and either help Jack or she's going to die helping Jack. One of the two is definitely going to happen, because she was the one that was curious about the outside world. She's the one that kind of has a little bit of hesitation and delay about what they're doing. And basically these kids are being raised to appease a god in a Aku that they've never seen. They say if you achieve your mission, then the god Aku will arrive back to you. And we didn't see Aku this episode either, which was a little bit of a bummer, but we did hear his voice. And again, it was in more of a comedic sense with the assassin trying to call him. He was like, hello, who is this? I mean, the original voice actor of Aku, which was so iconic, has passed away, but the new voice, it seems to at least be doing a serviceable job. I didn't mind it at all, but of course we're gonna miss that old school. So with the Daughters of Aku, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go as well, because we know for sure one is probably going to defect or at least have some type of feelings for Jack once they see how he is and how pure of a character. I'm pretty sure she's gonna feel that he's right in what he's doing, but the rest of them, yeah, he's probably gonna have to kill the other 6, maybe 5, maybe 2 will see the light, but it's going to be some death either way. But it's going to be hard for Jack because he's never really had to fight like a human adversary, I don't think. I mean, not to the point we had to kill him, but these Daughters of Aku, they're coming for blood, so he's going to have to press that button, and that's going to be a big moment for this series. There's also a mysterious man on a horseback with glowing eyes that Jack keeps seeing in his hallucinations as well. So I'm wondering who this character is, and he no doubt has a big impact on the series. If I had to guess or speculate, I'm thinking Jack probably lost to this individual, thus losing his sword. So in order to defeat this person, is going to be a hurdle that he has to get through to get back to Jack, because we know at some point in the series, probably like near the end or maybe even the last episode, we're going to get the clean Jack back. He's going to get the man bun back with the samurai hair. He's going to get the white kimono again. We're going to get to see that physique once more. But for now, we just got to deal with the grizzled Jack, which isn't bad. In fact, it looks pretty badass. Like him with that gun, I actually want that figure, so if that's out there, I'm gonna try to find it. And oh my god, to see those eyes at the end in the logo and hear that whatcha and that theme that gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack, to hear that once again, it just sent me back to a simpler time. It sent me back to a time before what we've been spoiled on now. You know, now we got binge watching, we got, you know, streaming services. To get back to something that I have to watch every week and not know what's coming next, just to bring that feel. Jack is back is a good feel. As a matter of fact, to watch this episode, I actually, you know, cut myself off and just watched it like how it was back then. No text messaging, no social media. I didn't even fast forward through the commercials. Like usually when I watch something like on, you know, TV now, you can pause it, let it go a little bit, then fast forward. I didn't even do that. I just allowed myself to enjoy this episode. And as far as reviews, I'm glad that I'm able to take the opportunity to review an American series, because You don't get too many times to do that because of things like binge watching and sorts. So I really didn't plan on reviewing this episode, but it's Samurai Jack. Jack is back, and Jack is one of my top 10 series of all time, like of anything, not anime, cartoons, manga, anything. Samurai Jack is one of my favorite all-time shows ever. So if I will continue to do these, that's going to be up to you. First and foremost, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to review it Saturday night because I'm not kicking out a review that late. But if I do it, it will be around this time on Sunday. But with the spring anime season coming up and so much on my plate, I just don't know how I'm going to fit it in, guys. So if I continue to review this series, that's going to be up to you. Like, share, subscribe. Let people know that I'm reviewing Samurai Jack, and if the reception for it is good, I will keep going through this last 10 episode of ride for the series. But it gotta be worth the time, so let people know your boy's covering it. So on that note, if you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content you guys can indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. Jack is back, the hype is back, Phil Lamar is back for the voice as well, so that's even better. It's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.